A Lord of the Rings. Battle games in Middle-earth. Learn how to model the landscapes.
In this magazine we tackle our second scenery project with a hedgerow. Although a flat gaming table is all we actually need to play a battle game, it does look a bit more impressive with some scenery. And with hedgerows they do affect the way the models can move around the battlefield, so they can really add some extra details into the gameplay. A base, I'm using 3mm plywood, a green pan scourer, some flock, some small rocks, craft knife, a stapler, scissors, Mod Podge or PVA glue, and later on some static grass. Let's kick things off by creating our base. Use a craft knife to round off the sharp edges and give a more natural shape. Then give it a quick undercoat with black primer. To build the hedge itself, grab a green pan scourer, cut it to match the width of your base, then fold it in half and secure it with 3 staples. Now, applying a generous layer of Mod Podge to attach the hedge to the base. Be patient, it might take a while to dry thoroughly. The next step is to cover the hedge with another layer of Mod Podge and sprinkle on some flock. I'm using sawdust flock here. When it comes to flocking the base, I've opted to use the static grass applicator to add some variety. After applying the static grass, flip the base over, give it a few taps to remove any loose grass. To give the grass some extra depth and variation, I'm using a watered down Mod Podge mix with a different shade of green static grass. Now scatter a few small rocks around the base and seal them in with some more diluted Mod Podge. If you're not entirely satisfied with the colour of the flock, like I wasn't, consider applying a thin coat of flat green using an airbrush. And there you have it, a charming little hedge ready for the battlefield. As with the last magazine where I 3D modelled up some ruins, in this one I've sculpted up some hedgerows. You can print them at different sizes. I've got a 6-inch one and a 30-inch one that I printed on my SLA printer, the small one I did on my resin printer. As always, I'll be making these available on Patreon, so if you want to support me you can go join on there and you can download any of the projects that I've been making throughout this entire series. By the end we'll have done 91 magazines. That's going to be a lot of different scenery that you can download and print and paint up with me. While crafting hedges by hand can be rewarding, it can get a bit messy. So I decided to create 3D printed hedges in various sizes. Here I've made a small hedge in resin and printed a larger one using my SLA printer. This larger hedge could easily double as a small tree line. To get things started, apply a black primer undercoat to both hedges. Now let's move on to applying base colours. Focus more on brown tones for the bottom, and as we move our way up the hedge, apply different shades of green. You'll see me adding a touch of yellow to the tops of the trees for a more vibrant look. Dry brushing is where the magic happens, revealing the intricate details of the sculpt. I like to use various green shades here. It's all about layering to add depth and visual interest. For the base, I'm mixing some grey and keeping the same dry brush with green paint still in the bristles, apply them to the base of each hedge. This really highlights the trunk of the hedges. With these 3D printed hedges, you can save time and create beautiful terrain pieces for your battlefield effortlessly.